Hello friends, I hope you are well. My name is Amir and today I am at your service with a video and another criminal case. Please stay with me. Paul Quant is a 78-year-old disabled veteran who was horribly murdered by the last person he cared about. Blues Court in northwest Greensville, Florida seemed like a safe place for Paul Quant. Paul lived there for years and lived a quiet and peaceful life. He was happy. Many described him as a kind gentleman who always saw the best in people and didn't care who they were. On the night of January 9, 2012, when this 78-year-old disabled Navy veteran was the victim of a violent attack on his home, the peace of his safe neighborhood was also shattered. Investigators described the crime scene as gruesome. The carpet was covered in blood, Quant was bruised and bloody, but he managed to get to his neighbor Virginia's house. Virginia called 911 for help. Remember, Paul is slowly bleeding to death and has a very severe pain. But he still had the courage to go out and get help.
911, what's the emergency? My next door neighbor has been chopped up. Oh my God, he's in his wheelchair. He's been my neighbor for 8 years. What's his name, ma'am? His name is Paul Quant. They're calling. Morgan, you somehow just stay on the line. Stay with him. Okay, they're coming to your house as fast as they can. Tell me exactly what happened. He's hanging on my door. He's covered in head to toe. Covered in blood. He's just running through his house. They tied him up. Okay. He is beaten to it. How many people broke into his house? How many people, Paul? Oh, my God. A man and a woman. Can you ask him when they left his house? About 30 minutes ago, he thinks. What did they want? They cleaned his face out. And they stole his Cadillac, a white Cadillac Eldorado, in the bedroom for a time. Okay. I know. She's in the ambulance. I'm so sorry.
The police come to the conclusion that Paul Quant was tortured during the robbery, and the robbers probably did it to get information about his valuable possessions. Virginia ambulance reported and Paul Quant said before fainting, 1 woman and 1 man have been responsible for this incident and that they have left there with everything, including the safe full of its contents. Paul Quant was taken to the hospital, but unfortunately, he died after a while due to severe injuries. Will found the stolen Cadillac driving near Paul Quant's house. The car chased at over 100 miles per hour and ended up crashing into 2 other vehicles. The suspect was arrested and searched by the police and they were able to find many items from the car that accused him of this crime, including a stun gun, bloody adhesive tape and bloody gloves. The police arrested the suspect, but he decided not to. He had become silent. Gainesville authorities were able to identify the identity of this 22-year-old man after examining his fingerprints. The man's name was Austin Mark Jones. Investigators were still looking for the attacker of the woman Paul Quant told Virginia. After interviewing Paul Quant's relatives, the police found out that the nurses visited Paul regularly. Every nurse who came in and out had to confirm that he had met Paul Quant. The original matches. Austin's 22-year-old cousin, Miranda Martin, was not at the address. Investigators first found Miranda Martin's boyfriend, Chad Mackey, who claimed he had no knowledge of the incident. Police took Chad Mackey into an interrogation room for a formal questioning.
Can you tell me about Miranda? She's been my girlfriend for about 6 years.
Do you know where she's at right now?
As far as I know, she was at work.
You know a guy by the name of Austin?
He's Miranda's cousin.
He's in jail. Or he's at the hospital.
All I can tell you about Austin is that I know he has been in trouble a few times. But other than that, I don't really know Austin.
When's the last time you heard from Miranda?
It was 2:54 a.m. She told me she was at her work, like in her patient had fell asleep. And that was really, I just told her I was watching a movie.
What time was Miranda supposed to get off work?
She told me 8.
Well, we don't want you caught up in something that you shouldn't be caught up in. Because what we're investigating is a very serious crime. Attempted murder. Home invasion robbery. A lot of bad stuff.
We really had a character for her to do anything like what you're talking about. I mean, I've been married for 6 years and she hasn't done anything against the law other than traffic citations.
It's possible she's not involved in this.
No, I know. Like I said,
It's possible our information has led us to her. And when we finally reach her, we'll find that she wasn't at all who we were looking to speak with.
Listen, dude, I don't know what you told them and all this kind of stuff and everything, but I don't think you're being straight up. I find it hard to believe she's been your girlfriend for several years, and you don't know anything.
I mean, what are you asking me if I think that my girlfriend?
I think that she asked you about it. She mentioned it in front of you.
I'm just as shocked as you are to find out that you guys are knocking on my door at whatever time asking me if my girlfriend's committed attempted murder. Well, she had to go to work, is what she told me.
Why is she lying now about going to work?
Your guess is as good as mine.
The workshops thought that Chad knew what his girlfriend had done and was trying to cover it up. But the more they interviewed her and analyzed her movements and body language, the more they realized that she was telling the truth. He is unaware of his girlfriend's despicable plans.
Or put her on speaker, say, hey, what's up? Are you coming home? What's the plan? And then we'll just go from there, see what happens.
I don't think she's gonna pick up. If Miranda was in trouble, if she couldn't come home to you, what's her name?
Kathy Martin.
The detectives decided to go to Miranda's mother's house in Fort Wayne to question her about her daughter's South hiding place, where they surprisingly found Miranda. Miranda was hiding in one of the rooms of her mother's house. Miranda and her mother, Kathy Martin, was both taken to the police station for questioning. They were placed in 2 different rooms and interrogated at the same time. The main goal of the detectives was to create a timeline and trap Miranda. If their values are different and do not match, a big step forward will be taken in this case.
I left my apartment. It was around 11:12, and I went out to my mom's. Yesterday, between daylight and dark, Austin asked Randy if he could give a ride to his lady friend. I met up with some chick, and that's the last I seen him.
You gave Austin a ride to her.
It was a parking lot off of, I don't know if it was 13th or 440 Way.
Why are you lying to Chad?
I lied to him last night because I just wanted to spend the night with my mom and everything. And I didn't want him to get mad, so I told him I was working.
ماراندا توی همین مدت کوتاهی که باهاش مصاحبه شد اعتراف کرد که با کمال میل به دوست پسرش درباره جایی که میره دروغ گفته. واضحه که این یک نشونه از ماهیت واقعیشه که داره خودشو نشون میده. کسی که حاضر حقیقت رو پنهون و جعل کنه تا به چیزی که میخواد برسه.
Okay, so you dropped Austin off and then drove back to your mom's.
Yes.
Okay, so she left around dusk.
I made it in between 10 and 11.
Okay.
But it's, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 hours she's gone to just drop him off. Did she say if she went anywhere else after that, or?
I thought she was going to work.
If you can think of anything, I would much rather lay everything on the table. I don't know. Maybe everything that you've told us is what you know. I don't know. But I just like to let people know that from the very beginning. You were in Fort Wayne at 10 o'clock. I take it that you had your phone with you.
Miranda soon confesses that she lied to her boyfriend about where she went. It's clear that this is an example of her true nature showing, someone who is willing to hide and fake the truth in order to gain something. Who wants to reach?
That's surprising.
Yeah, it would surprise me.
There is a reason. We want you to be able to explain it now before.
Okay, because I thought my boyfriend was cheating on me, okay? So I drove back just to see if his car was in the parking lot.
You drove by where? And you got back to Gainesville at what time now?
It was around like 1:30.
Detectives believe Miranda was in Gainesville, where Paul Quant was killed on Monday, January 9th. Both Miranda and her mother said she was in Fort Wide, 32 miles away from Gainesville, because Miranda asked for the night. Detectives must first prove that this is not true so that later they can make a case against him.
We have some reservations about where your daughter was last night. Please, be honest.
She spent the night at my house last night. She made it in between 10 and 11. She rented the movie Paul, and we watched that.
Just then, the detectives got what they were looking for. Miranda changed her story and said she went back to Gainesville to check on her boyfriend, thereby admitting that she was there when the crime happened.
How many times total you think you worked for Paul?
It was 3 days a week.
At least once a week, I guess you make his bed.
Yes.
Okay.
The bed sheets, everything that took off the bed, put in the washer, and then put back on the bed.
So you never got anything off the closets?
The only time I ever went to closet was just to hang up stuff, and that's it.
Okay. So you saw the safe there?
I didn't think that was like a safe or anything.
What do you think it was?
I thought it was just like a box thing, like a metal box.
Be honest with me. What was the reason for bringing him over here? And be honest.
He was supposed to meet with some girl. I dropped him off.
You dropped Austin off just down the road from Paul's house, right? Miranda, be honest with me. You dropped him off just down the road from Paul's house, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Meeting some girl. And that's that. That's honestly it.
Every time we come outside, there's a little bit more information that you disclose. And that's why we keep coming back here and asking you some more questions, okay? Because nothing seems to be adding up. When you guys went there last night, okay, and when you guys drove up there, you know, whatever you planned to do, did you expect it to unfold the way it unfolded? Did you expect Austin to act like that? Miranda, this is important. Did you expect Austin to act like that? Miranda, this is important. Things changed, right? Things changed, right?
Yes. I thought you were just gonna scare him, just not hurt, just scare him.
Miranda finally admits that she really did take Austin to Paul Quant's house and that it was to meet Paul, not to see a girl. At this point, both Miranda and the detectives know that there is no going back. Now the truth is almost out.
What was Austin's new plan now?
I guess he just wanted everything.
I haven't seen everything that he's got, so you tell me what everything is. What does he want from Mr. Paul?
I didn't care about what he got or anything. Like, I didn't even want Austin to go in the first place.
But he did go, and you knew he was going there to scare him.
Brenda, did he tell you to wait for him?
I waited for him down the street where there was like a house for rent.
It must have been hell waiting. Did you ever go in the house just to see what was going on to get him?
Did you try to stop him?
I lay across the doorstep for a little while and I froze.
Okay.
He now admits that he was at Paul Quant's house at the same time as Austin, yet he tries his best to distance himself from the crime that happened and show that he had no part in it. More confessions were needed.
You're just standing there, right? Were you in shock? Did you hear Mr. Paul yell for help?
I couldn't hear anything. It was...
Miranda, what was he saying?
It was just, honestly, I just couldn't hear anything.
What time last night did you go over to Mr. Paul's house?
Between 9:30 and 10.
Between 9:30 and 10. And who went?
Austin went first, and then I followed. Austin rang the doorbell, and the next thing you know, he just pushes it open.
Did Mr. Paul see you?
I don't think he had a chance after Austin just pushed him.
Do you follow him into the... you follow Austin in?
Yes, so I was standing like at the edge. He's like, so that mask, how do you put this on?
You threw the mask that you told you to put it on?
Yes, sir.
What color was the mask?
It was a red elbow.
He had a PIN number? Okay, so he got Mr. Paul's PIN number?
For the safe.
Okay. So did Austin tie him up?
Yes.
Is he begging for his life?
He just kept saying, I'll give you everything you want. Please stop. Oh, that hurt.
And what was Austin hitting him with?
It looked like his fist.
His fist? And did you see Mr. Paul bleeding? Yes? Okay.
I didn't know if Austin was about to do something to me next.
Okay. You know that Austin's hitting him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're saying Austin's collecting everything in the house to take it. So what did Austin take?
I seen him with a box of stuff.
A box of stuff.
Not knew what was in the box.
Any chance that maybe you collect anything in the house? Did you take anything?
Austin just kept telling me, take it, take it.
And where did you put that stuff?
In the trunk of his car.
Did you drive the Cadillac out of the garage?
Yes, he made me drive to the bank.
You guys drove to the bank. Did you use a debit card at the banks?
Yes.
What bank did you go to?
Capital, some stuff.
Did you go to an ATM machine? Can we get some video from that ATM? They're going to be you.
Yes.
How much money did you take out?
4.
So you took out 400? Okay. Where'd you go next?
To the bank on Blueberry, but I exceeded.
Oh, exceeded limit.
But that was you too. I mean, if we pull the bank records,
That's me.
did you? What are you feeling right now, Miranda?
I'm the worst person in the whole entire world, and I let something bad happen to somebody that didn't deserve it, and I should have stopped it.
After the end of this interrogation, it was clear to the detectives that Miranda was as much involved in this crime as Austin. Even though Miranda was trying to paint the picture that he was the victim in this work, and all the time he was forced by his cousin, Austin. This was done, but when the detectives searched his car, they found his diary and all these claims were dismissed. What was written in the diary showed the dark and evil nature of Miranda Martin and the image he created of himself. It was under the control of Austin and it was destroyed. Actually, Miranda was the one who controlled everyone, and after reading the diary, it became clear how long it took him to execute this plan. Miranda wrote in her diary, "I have to find the keys and get back into the house and prepare the entrance. I have to do it, but I have to wait a few months. I think I will do it in December before Christmas." They found a key inside the car, which seemed to be an older key from Paul Quant's house. Because during the planning of this robbery, Paul Quant had lost his spare key and could not find it, he was suspicious and had to lock it. The investigators believed that Miranda was the mastermind behind this brutal robbery murder, and his cousin, Austin, was the brute force he needed to carry out this plan. Miranda Martin and Austin Jones were both charged with conspiracy to commit burglary at Paul Quant's home and attempted first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Thank you for being with me until the end of this video. Please subscribe to the channel and set the bell to all. I am waiting for your comments on this case so that I can provide you with another video and another criminal case.